I love the win. I would hate to go to a fight, a guy loses, and you win some, you lose some. Today was not your day. Fuck that. We're going in with the win. We're gonna work hard. What other footwork things could you do with a beginner if you didn't want to do the pendulum step or skipping forwards and backwards? What other options do you have?
Yeah, of course you can do. You can do just the galloping forward. You can do a little bit faster. You can do it with a partner, and so you be more reactive, like mirror drill. You can do it even on the back with the punch. You can just stay on the back and just fast make people like step like out of reach and just fast step, bam, bam, close the distance with a step. You can do that. Maybe some coaches, I don't like to do that, but some coaches like to do put a resistant band on the back, on the waist, and do this kind of penetration step with a resistant band. I'm not a big fan of that. I think it slows you down a little bit, but very little resistance, it might be good.
So,
Yeah,
so Sotir is saying that one time I used to be the head coach in Vietnam, and I had a group of fighters, professionals. And for me, like he said it. He's probably the first person I ever heard say that I am a high energy guy in the gym. I'm high energy. Once I set foot in the gym, it's go time. Like you doing what you love to do. So I guess one time they were warming up, and I saw the guys warming up. I walked in, and the warm up wasn't elite. And so I sent everybody home. Everybody get the fuck out, go home. It's so clear. I forgot about this. He said that I told everybody to go home and write what it means to be a professional team, what it means to be a professional, and they had to come back with written out. And we're talking about professional athletes. Dan Hooker,
and
FJ,
and
Sotir.
so first, and he said, bring a hat. I say, what the fuck I need a hat? I thinking. And I go in lunchtime, come back, I write one sentence. That was my English back then. I write one because I spent time to write my program for classes and what to be professional fighter, work in a fight team and be professional. I write one sentence basically. So we go in front of the gym in Vietnam in the most hot weather.
And we have to read it out. I made everybody read it out loud. We had to get a circle. That's right. That's
Big
right.
circle, everybody jumping jacks, one person in the middle, read out loud during everybody jumping jacks. Yeah, I mean, like, I agree with the most of the stuff. I see the rhythm step as mostly as a skipping rope. So that's people.
Mhm.
I think it's something for a beginner that is needed, but it doesn't have to be overdo it. So of course the footwork that we've been doing together that I learned from you, it's much more important just doing like a simple step forward, step backward, step left, step right, and then galloping forward, galloping. But that's the way I teach right now as well. But they need to understand this is like an exercise because I'm coming from the Soviet Union school, and these people don't understand. This is like an exercise. It's equal of skipping rope. It's like you're doing skipping rope, but skipping rope is skipping up and down. Rhythm step is skipping forward and backwards. Yeah,
Mhm.
so you don't fight like this. You don't fight like this. You cannot just stay in front of me and skipping forward and backwards. Yes, this is like it's like a very beginner mistake. And of course, it's, I'm actually so surprised that it's such a easy thing to see in coaching that is like a wrong, have no sense, and people still doing it. But as I say, I'm glad that we working together and we make the system better. But yeah, coach, thanks
So,
for.
so Tier, so you say that when you're training a beginner, right, or if someone's training a beginner, using the pendulum step or rhythm step is a good exercise to get a person just moving and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, let
And
me.
now that exercise, I'm just curious. That exercise is it is it good for their? Are you doing it for their confidence or for their like? What's the reason to do that exercise and
Yeah,
maybe not another exercise?
yeah, let me elaborate that. So at first, I will show the step forward, step backward, step left, step right, and then galloping. Yeah. And then maybe even like after a month at least or more, maybe even 3 months, I can introduce this just the skipping forward and backwards on the spot, but it's just like an exercise, like fitness exercise. And what I'm trying to do with that is basically it gives like a little bit more like to get that penetration step. Like when you can stay on the spot and just like suddenly explode forward to get the penetration step. That's all. It's just like a fitness exercise.
Oh, actually, I have a question for you, Sotir. Let me ask you some questions. We won't go too deep, but I'll ask you some questions. Do you think my personality online as a coach, not in
Yeah,
my personal life,
yeah.
but as a coach, is it the same to when I'm in the gym, or am I different from online and in the gym?
Uh no, I think in the gym you're better.
No, no, no. I mean, in terms of being tough, in terms of tough coaching people tough, putting them in push-up position, in the same way online. Am I different
Yeah,
online
so
from
yeah,
in the
that
gym? Am I like,
for sure I can answer this question clear. So people can see online very little part of you because you have so much energy that like people have to meet you in person and work with you. So they can have an idea when they talk to you live and when they see how you're coaching, but unless they don't train with you personally and even not on one, but in a group and in a fight team, especially as a head coach in a fight team, that's completely different. You cannot they cannot see the whole part of you just online. You know.
was I one of the hardest coaches you've ever had, or no?
Um, Man, like I learned English from you as well. I didn't speak
Is there,
English when we
I
met.
ask you because you come from the Eastern Bloc in Europe, and I'm pretty sure you've had some tough coaches, and I'm pretty sure you've had a very, yeah, you've had some strong coaches. I'm just curious, did you consider me to be a hard coach, or did you consider me not hard, but I have good intention. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
trying to train and teach, but
No,
did you consider the way my style of coaching very difficult, or
you're
no?
tough. You're tough, coach. Reasonable, but reasonable. And I have a few funny stories. They're very funny. I've been telling to people, just
Tell me, I
just
want to know them
one,
because
just couple very quick. So first, yeah, me and Daniel Hooker, I have to beat him every time when we run. And if I don't beat him, I'm basically in trouble on running. But
hold on. So, hold on. So Soter is saying that when him on the runs, on the runs we used to do, I said you had to beat Daniel Hooker on the runs.
yeah,
If not, you were in trouble.
yeah,
Okay. And
yeah.
why do you think I did that? I'm just curious. Why
No,
do you think
because
I did that?
because I was you could see that I'm more endurance guy, so I could challenge Dan on running stuff. Yeah.
And do you think a competitive environment is something I was trying to create where I thought that people should be competing at all times in terms of like, don't just wait till you get to the cage and that's your first competition. No, we should compete all the time in training.
Of course, that's the point. I think, of course, that's the point. When you see somebody can push a bit more, you push them a little bit more. All right.
To
Yeah,
win. I
of
love to
course.
win. I would hate to go to a fight, a guy loses, and oh, you win some, you lose some. Today was not your day. Fuck that. We're going in with the win. We're going to work hard. And so that was always my mentality. And the reason why I'm glad you told that story, Sotir, is because a lot of people on the internet, they think that I'm mean or hard. And you guys don't understand. I don't think you guys understand.
No,
Like,
not
I don't
yet.
think you guys understand. Like, the gym is way worse.
Yeah. They don't understand. And
No, but it was good times though, and